Hello, and welcome to the weekly moon update. In these videos, we talk about the moon energy and a little bit of astrology for the current week. In this video's case, we are talking about May 12th through the 18th, and we've got a pretty crazy week this week. We're starting off Monday with a big, bright, spooky Scorpio moon. So, how are you feeling? If you're feeling okay, check in with your friends and make sure that they are doing okay, because the energy of this moon feels so intense. So intense that I try to film these videos at least 2 weeks in advance, but I prefer to be a month ahead. But when I got to last week's video, which we were already moving into the Scorpio energy around Saturday and Sunday, I had to stop. Like I could not, I wasn't ready to tap into this full moon energy yet, especially because at the time I was filming it was around the Libra full moon, and that was just so lovely, with such lovely energy. And then like trying to tap into the Scorpio energy, I was like, I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. So here we are. I'm finally filming this only a week in advance. So even just like getting ready, how I get ready for these videos is a lot of it is very subconscious, and I realized as I was getting ready, like, that I put on like a purple outfit, which is what I would normally do for Scorpio. Well, I would normally wear black for Scorpio, but purple is like my secondary color. And like I'm having heart palpitations and like trouble breathing. And I don't know, I just recognized like, oh, I'm preparing for a Scorpio moon. And then when I finally sat down and meditated and tapped into the energy and pulled the oracle cards for the week, I was just like holding on to the table, like trying to cope with all of this energy. It's so powerful. And we're kicking off the week with this full moon energy. So let's just jump into it. Let's get this over with. So, like I said earlier, we moved into the Scorpio energy Saturday afternoon around 3:59 p.m. And like it feels like we're in the Scorpio energy for a while, because it's Saturday afternoon, all day Sunday, and all day Monday as well. So, I mean, it's 2.5 days, but it just feels like a lot. Because we will be moving into Sagittarius very early Tuesday morning. Starts to transition around 2:36 a.m. and then we'll be in Sagittarius at 4:35 a.m. So if you haven't done your full moon activities yet, if you did it over the weekend, it was probably a good idea to do it over the weekend so you have time to process and transmute everything. But technically the moon is full at 12:55 p.m. Monday afternoon. So let me look at the moonrise times. Yeah, so the moon doesn't rise until 8:36 p.m. on Monday, so we might be better off doing a full moon ritual Sunday evening. But I mean, it'll still be in Scorpio all day Monday evening. So if you want to wait until it rises at 8:36 p.m. to do your full moon energy so that you can like see it in the sky, that is doable too. Because at 12:55 it's going to be on the other side of the earth and we won't be seeing it. Like, it won't be in the sky. We're starting off this week with a full moon, So that means the rest of the week is going to be a waning gibbous moon. You'll see there's just a little sliver of shadow on the right side of the moon, and it will continue to decrease, and we'll have our last quarter moon next week. So I don't know. I don't think Monday feels very productive. I think Monday is just going to be a good day to like see what comes up for you, to give yourself some grace and allow yourself to process emotions, to like be weary and noticeable. So the energy of this, it feels very volatile. It feels like, I mean, full moon energy is kind of volatile anyways, but it feels like very gritty and kind of like head buddy. And when I try to focus, especially with the Scorpio full moon, I try to focus on the sun's energy because, well, especially because it is going to be full at 12:55 p.m. So like we can anchor into that Taurus energy. Like Taurus energy is so heavy and grounded and rooted. So you can kind of use the visualization of like being grounded and rooted like a tree in a storm. Yeah, their branches are gonna like blow in the wind, but their trunk is gonna like remain strong, hopefully. Unless it's like hurricane winds. The other energy that I'm feeling for this is like kind of like screamy arguments that like you just need to like get all of this stuff off of your chest. Like you just need to let it out and like scream and like throw things and then have like really passionate makeup sex afterwards is the energy that I'm feeling with this moon. So it's just, God, it's so intense. And I mean, okay, so going back to the basics, a full moon is illuminating something. And with Scorpio, it's probably illuminating something in the shadows. A Scorpio full moon kind of has a similar energy to eclipse energy because it's like unearthing something and putting a spotlight on it. And it's like, hey, you need to deal with this. So whether that's through tears, through yelling or screaming, through whatever your process is, how you process information, how you process emotions, how you transmute emotions, how you transmute energy is going to be something that I think we could all focus on. I use a lot of crystal energy or crystals to transmute energy. You can use the visualization of the tree and the roots and like letting go of that everything that you're processing, like putting it into the soil, letting the earth transmute it for you. I think there's going to be a lot to process around this full moon. But the other thing with Scorpio energy is that it's dark and mysterious, and you can scry on a Scorpio. It's a good time to scry on a Scorpio full moon. It's a good time to do your tarot readings. It's a good time to meditate and like do something that moves energy, that like helps you to connect to the subconscious, helps you connect to divine energy, connect to your ancestors, because Scorpio season is Halloween. It's when we honor and celebrate the ancestors. We're really close to Beltane, so you can be honoring elementals or fairy spirits. I got an extra oracle card for us from the Fairy Blessings Oracle. Because of that, I felt like we needed some darker energy, but also some lighter energy to kind of balance it out. So this is all happening on Monday. It does not feel productive. I don't recommend scheduling something really important on Monday. Maybe at the very least waiting till Tuesday when we're moved into that Sagittarius energy, which is, I love the transition from Scorpio to Sagittarius as much as I dislike being in Scorpio energy for too long. Like that movement into fire is like, it's so beautiful. All of the transitions are really beautiful, but from moving from that darkness to this like spark of light, this like arrow that you want to like aim and point at something, it's like the light at the end of the tunnel. Like you can see, you're like in the darkness and you can see this like little pinpoint that's like leading you where you're supposed to go. So I just really love that transition from Scorpio to Sagittarius. And we will be in Sagittarius energy for all day Tuesday and all day Wednesday. These would be the days that I would, well, the rest of the week feels productive. It's just starting off the week with this big, like, burst of energy, this bubbling up of emotions, this like release of something. Because I find that I have a lot of Sagittarius placements in my chart, but I find that I'm very productive on Sagittarius days. But then right after Sagittarius, we have Capricorn. So the rest of like, even if you're not productive on Tuesday and Wednesday, like Capricorn is really going to help you like cross off those things on your to-do list. It's not happening until later Thursday, like in the afternoon around 4 o'clock. We'll move into Capricorn. So the end of the day Thursday and all day Friday. So if you need to like catch up on things, like Friday is going to be the day to just like, power through things. I don't know. I have a very weird productivity schedule where I kind of function very well on days like I'll just like buckle down. I have my list of things to do, and it's like I'll just knock off like 5 things off of my to-do list all at once instead of doing one thing a day. Like I'm just really good at binging and like pushing through. But not everybody is like that. So I do feel like Sagittarius is at the very least inspiring and motivating. And then Capricorn is really going to like push you to come on, get up and do something. You got to cross something off of this list. We're pretty much going to be in Capricorn energy all weekend because the moon won't move into Aquarius until Sunday. So if you've got things to do at home, it's a really good Capricorn thing to do. And then all day Sunday will be in Aquarius energy. And that means we will also be starting off next week with Aquarius. So if this week is kind of like too intense for you, next week is that Aquarius energy is that like right after the new year, that like fresh start kind of feeling. So if this week is kind of a wash for you, if things are too emotional and too volatile and too chaotic or whatever, Aquarius next week we can start fresh. You can tie up those loose ends with the last quarter moon and get ready and start preparing for the new moon in 2 weeks. So let's just jump into the cards because I picked a lot of them. So I'm starting off this with I felt called to use this Call of the Morrigan Oracle, and we've got Shapeshifter. The keywords for this card are transformation, transition, and change, which is perfect for a Scorpio full moon, especially because Scorpio rules the 8th house of transformation. So at the heart of the Morrigan's nature, she is a shapeshifter. She is 3 sister goddesses, a raven, a snarling wolf, and a twisting eel, and many more things. She wears whatever form best suits the situation at hand, yet she is all of these things at once. Here the Morrigan shifts and changes, fluid and harmonious in all her many forms. In her human form, she appears central to the energies of transformation swirling around her. She looks at us, her face above her emblazoned red shield, a knowing smile on her face. Upon her forehead is the Triskele, signifying movement, motion, and the cyclic energies of all life. And Morrigan exists as a crow, woman, wolf, eel. She shifts between the realms of the land, sea, and sky. Her energies are simultaneously one and all. She is prepared to shift and change as the situation demands, alert and in harmony with her many different selves, looking towards what is to come. On her spear is an Ogum Sterif, signifying transformation. It's hard to see what's on the spear. Oh, I don't see a symbol on there. Is there another spear? Oh well. On her spear is the Ogum Sterif, signifying transformation. Sterif means sulfur, which was used in the process of dyeing cloth, making something dull transform to a bright color. Sterif is also connected to secret knowledge and the occult wisdom, and can aid in matters when change is necessary. As the shapeshifter, the Morrigan reminds us that we must not remain stagnant. It is time to change, to shed our old skins and transform into our new selves. It is time to become who you were meant to be, and that process is ongoing, never truly over. When the shapeshifter is drawn, it signals a time of changes, shifting circumstances, and transformation. That may be inner transformation, or it may be the world around you. The change necessary may be a difficult one. The hawthorn thorns around her represent that this change may be difficult and painful at times. It may be time to examine and honor the many pieces of yourself that exist within you. I mean, this feels very, very fitting for a Scorpio full moon. Like I said, Scorpio full moons kind of feel like eclipse energy, which are very transformative. It's like the things that just like give you that punch in the gut that forces you to like do something different, to make a change. So our chakra card is a third eye chakra card. Synchronicity. Your deepest insight and intuition have been activated, and others can see it in you now. Synchronicities and blessings are seeking you, finding the easiest path to your door. These are the result of divine flow of energy around you, the result of manifestation and deep connection to source. Enjoy and celebrate what is ahead of you by honoring and paying attention to the connections and synchronicities around you. You open doors for additional blessings to arrive. The crystal they recommend is labradorite, and the herb is blue lotus. So remember, the full moon can illuminate things. So look out for those signs and symbols and make note of them. Like, we talk about how we see these numbers and symbols and butterflies and hummingbirds and flowers or numbers. Like, we talk about it all the time. But are you really trying to connect with what it means for you? Are you really trying to listen to the messages that are being tried, our spirit is trying to get your attention about? So a Scorpio full moon, a full moon in general, is going to illuminate and hopefully give you clarity. It's because the night is literally lit up. Like, have you ever gone outside on a full moon? Like, it's like daylight almost. And if it's a clear night, you can see things at night that you weren't able to see before. So pay attention to those signs and symbols and see what they might mean for you. If you receive repeating numbers, I just did this recently because I receive a variation of 41. 941 is the most common one that I see. 541 is another common one. But I went ahead and I went online. I made an entire list of every combination of 41 that I can think of. 1241, 1141, 141, 241, like because it's usually on the clock that I see it. And it's so bizarre. I'm like, how am I always looking at the clock every time it's at the 41 minute of the hour? It's just so crazy. So I made a list of all of the angel numbers, like just did a Google search of every single number. And now I have a list on my iPad here, so I can look that up easily. I mean, a Google search is not that difficult to do in the moment. But now I'm, because I wrote them down, now I'm kind of remembering them a little bit more. Whereas before I was like, I know that's a sign, but I don't know what it means. And now as I was like writing that process down, I was kind of like receiving my own intuitive information about it. Like, there's something with writing and my connection to spirit that is very beneficial. It's like, it's automatic writing. It skips my brain. I don't think about it too much for some reason. So I was getting like my own intuitive hits and kind of channeling those messages for each of the numbers. So now I have like, not just the number information that I researched, but also the my own personal messages for that. And if you can do the same thing, like if you see hummingbirds all the time, like go grab your animal oracle deck and see if you've got a hummingbird in there, or do a Google search on hummingbird spirit animal and see what those messages are. Write them down in your journal and maybe see if you get your own intuitive hits about what those messages are, or who those messages might be from. So I felt like, because this moon felt very intense, I picked a fairy card to kind of lighten the mood a little bit. we have a blessing of belief. And I thought it was interesting that we got this one because it's very fall themed. We've got pumpkins, we've got the fall leaves on there and the fall colors. So it's kind of interesting that we get this card for a Scorpio full moon. So we have a blessing of belief, the fairy gift of restoring and strengthening your faith in the fairy. Your belief in the fairy may have wavered at times as the human world invades your own enchanted space. This blessing brings to you the belief that will help you through your days, the unshakable conviction that you have allies and friends in other realms, and they will teach you, assist you, dance with you, appreciate you. The gift of belief restores to you a lost piece of your soul. For when we lose our belief, a part of ourselves can fade and dim, becoming quietly sorrowful, lessening the brightness of our days. So, with this gift is returned to you belief, a sense that you and the fairies are entwined, one with the other, and your soul grows and becomes ripe again with belief. Let there be sureness in you, a quiet and loving conviction that there are indeed fairies, that you are a part of that world, and the natural world is the holiest place we have been given. Despair shall lift, doubt will vanish, and you will be returned to the faith that will brighten this day and every day to come. Believe, fairy friend, for they believe in you. A gift of the faith, a belief is now yours. I feel like this is kind of a continuation of what I was just saying about find out what those meanings mean to you, because universe is trying to contact you. It's not just like, oh, isn't that funny that I keep seeing that number? No, it is funny, but they're trying to talk to you. You're supposed to receive this message. And I mean, the fairies live in like another dimension, in another realm. Spirit is it's another plane, and it's hard to get messages through. So pay attention to them and believe that you are receiving messages, that you are receiving guidance, and that you do have help and you do have friends on the other side, especially if the Scorpio moon brings with it despair or depression or difficult emotions. Remember that you are never alone. You always have spirit with you. You always have a spirit team. You can connect with the fairies. You can connect with deity, for example, like the Morrigan here. You can connect with angels, which, speaking of, our crystal for this week is angelite, which is a stone of compassion, peace, and calm. It facilitates clear celestial communication, attracts angelic presence, and acts as an anchor for angelic guides. Angelite is a throat chakra stone that encourages self-expression, compassion, and calms the nervous system. The affirmation is, I am open to receiving the knowledge of my angels and guides. So be open. A Scorpio full moon is really good for seeing, scrying, divination, peering beyond the veil, and messages are trying to come through for us. Messages of encouragement. Like I feel like there is going to be this like purge. I can feel it like in my throat, this need to just like get something out, to like get something off your chest, get something off of your mind. So I feel like there's going to be some sort of release. And water, Scorpio is water. Water is good for releasing and cleansing, and just let it wash everything away. But you got to get it out. We can't hold on to it. And that's one of my biggest problems, is that I try to carry everything. I try to hold everything. And I just need to remember to let go, And another important piece of information, when you're letting go and releasing, you become this like empty void and vortex. So a lot of times we'll feel this need to like fill it back up again. Make sure you're filling it back up with positive energy. After you release, after you have a big emotional outburst, call in your angels, call in source energy, call in Reiki light, call in something positive to fill that void, because it's like a void, a vortex. It just like sucks energy back into it because it's like this empty space. Even though I picked so many cards, I feel like they still kind of match. So good luck this week. Remember, reach out in Discord if you are struggling or if you need somebody. I have been using, I don't know if anybody's noticed, when I'm having low days, I've been putting my lantern as my profile picture on Discord when I'm like struggling. And it's like, I mean, I think it would make more sense if I was like having good days to put the lantern on and be like a beacon, like, hello, if anybody needs help, I'm in a good place and come get advice from me or come get support from me. But I've been putting the lantern up when I'm having low days. And I don't know, that's just like my own little beacon of like, help, I need help, SOS. So if you need help, change your profile picture to something that is going to like be noticeable and catch our attention so that we will reach out to you if you feel like you don't have the energy to reach out to other people. I don't know how future Allison is doing right now, but man, this energy feels so intense. So I hope future Allison is doing okay. Take all of the advice in this video, reach out to your guides, pay attention to the signs and synchronicities because we are really sensitive and spirit is trying to work through us in this way that we are trying to understand. And it's hard, it's difficult, but like you were made to do it. So just do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a happy full moon, and I can't wait to see you on the other side of the looking glass again sometime soon. At that time. So, wow.